Today I wanted to make this quick video to show you how to go about creating a piece of music using the Zoom R24. So here is the Zoom R24. As you can see already, I have tracks 1 and 2 armed. Now this is how you get everything set up. Okay, you start your new project, and now whatever inputs you're putting in that you want to record, you put those inputs in. Right now I have my drum machine going into inputs 1 and 2. Now if you would just try to play anything right now, you wouldn't hear anything. What you need to do is you need to arm these tracks. Now that's what you do by pressing the track buttons. Now they turn red. Now when you're playing your instrument, now you're going to be able to actually hear it. These sliders adjust the volume. Now these gain knobs at the top, now these are very important. You have to adjust these gain knobs so that it's the highest volume of your instrument, but without clipping. Now these little lights are going to turn red if you start to clip, and then your audio is kind of ruined. So you have to test that all out, but basically this whole video, in the beginning of it, I'm showing you that I'm only using these first 2 tracks. Now I'm going to show you the drum part right now, and once the drum part's done, then we're going to slide these tracks down and keep these inputs, and we're going to continue to use tracks 1 and 2, and we'll just slide everything down. That's called bouncing. Okay, so we're going to bounce these tracks over. Now if you look very closely, I have tracks 1 and 2 are armed. Now here's what we're going to do. We look over to the drum machine. The drum machine tells us that the tempo is 84. So we're going to go to this tempo and we're going to dial in 84 so that everything matches up perfectly. So I hit the tempo button. Now I'm dialing in all the way 84. Good. Now I have it set up on the R24 where here's what it'll do. It'll do a metronome for 4 beats and then start recording. So here's the very beginning. So we hit record. Now that starts it, or doesn't start it, it arms it, so it's ready to go. Now it's saying that it's going to record tracks 1 and 2. So on the drum machine, I'm ready to go. Hit play. Now when you hit play, it starts recording. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the drum part and everything. Now we're going to go to the bass part next. Now how we're going to do that, we're going to keep this going here. Now I like the way it turned out. Now to check it, to make sure that you do like it, hit to the back in the beginning of the song. Now you can't hear it if you would just play it again. What you have to do is you have to press these track buttons until they turn green. Now start it again. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's all perfect again. So now we're going to go back to the beginning. Now my drum machine is always going into tracks 1 and 2. So what I have to do is I have to bounce those tracks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce track 2. I'm going to take it to track 8. Now this is kind of like the right channel. So what you have to do is you go into swap. It's this button right here. Now you press swap. Now it's blinking. It's asking you to select the tracks. You want to bounce 2 with track 8. It asks if you're sure. You hit yes. Now you do the same thing again. So you hit swap. Now you're going to swap track 1 with track 7. Asks you if you're sure. Do it again. Now what that did is now those drum tracks are no longer on 1 and 2, they're on 7 and 8. So as you can see, now they're playing over here. Start it again. Oh wait, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now they're on 7 and 8. Now, we're going to do the bass. So let's go to the bass next. Well, I did all the bass on the DR880. So now we're going to go back to 1 and 2. Now 1 and 2 is just coming from the drum machine, but now the drum machine is going to do all the bass parts. So we start this over again. Tracks 7 and 8 are going to be playing. 1 and 2 are going to be recording. Okay. So arm it for recording, hit play, and that'll start the recording. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It didn't work. Let's see what happened. Okay. Maybe I have to turn it back up. Very good. Okay, I'm glad it actually happened in the video. Sometimes once you bounce a track, sometimes you have to just turn it down and then turn it back up because it's kind of confused. So anyways, here's the bass track by itself. Okay, it's like an upright bass kind of sound. Okay, so that's going to go along with the drums. Okay, so let's record that again. So record, arms it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hit stop. Okay, that's the end of that. Okay, like I said, it's a quick little clip. Now we're going to get everything ready because next we're going to do guitars. So let's bounce some tracks. Now, you don't really have to have 2 tracks for your bass, but I do. It's just fun. I have all the tracks. You got 24 tracks. So for me, I like to use them. So let's bounce those though. So we'll go to swap. So now we're going to swap. 7 and 8 are already in use. So we're going to make 1 and 2, we're going to make it 5 and 6. So we're going to take 2 and track 6. Are you sure? Yep. And then swap 1 and track 5. Are you sure? Yep. Okay, so now let's adjust these real quick so they're cool to go. Okay, so right now we have 5 and 6 are bass, 7 and 8 are drums. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's all there. Okay, now we're going to take a break and I'm going to get the guitar stuff ready, and now we're going to have the lead channel. We're going to initially record here and we're going to bump it over to here. And then we're going to the rhythm channel of the guitar. We're going to initially record here, then bump it over here. And then the lead channel we're going to record here and just leave it there. So we'll see how that looks. Okay, so now we're going to do the guitar parts. So we have everything nice and lined up. We have all our other tracks bounced over to the right. Now we have tracks 1 and 2. So like I said, we're going to do these 2 tracks and we're going to bounce them over to 3 and 4. So we hit the beginning of this track button. Now we're going to go. So this is we hit the record button. Now it's armed. I like to wait 4 measures after the metronome actually counts in to start recording. I like to wait just so I have some room to play with. So it'll count to 4, then I'll count to 4, and we'll start playing. And there it is. Now we're going to bounce those, and then we're going to do another track over top of it. Okay, now we're on to the lead guitar part. This is the last of anything we're going to do. Everything's all ready to go. So let's arm it by hitting record. And here we go, the lead guitar. Okay, there's your guitar part. So that's it, and I hope this all helps you out. Here's the final product.